What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Where are we? Where are we? We aren't in England anymore. This is one of the most important, biggest videos of my life. One of the biggest decisions of my life has been made. And of course, throughout this video, we'll uncover that, we'll tell that story, and I'll explain all of the reasons why I'm leaving the UK. Wow, what a feeling. It gives me like goosebumps. I mean, what the fuck, that's crazy. It's so intimidating, it's so scary. Our entire lives we're taught to be in one place, to look after your family, to not spread your wings and fly almost. It feels strange to leave, but here we are, spreading the goddamn wings, and we're finna fly. Hi, son. We are here in Dubai. We are gonna start off this video with a pool session. We're gonna take it back to the roots. I'm gonna tell you how, I'm gonna tell you why, I'm gonna tell you what we're doing, and how we're gonna improve these shots for Classic next year. So without further ado, guys, welcome back. Post-show, off-season engaged, baby. All right, guys, so exercise one. This isn't the Nautilus one, but it's a Nautilus vibe. This is actually a gym shot, so a direct vertical pull down. One thing I want you guys to do and to take note of, which potentially you might not have, is adjusting the settings here. If you sit lower on this pad, you're gonna create a bigger drop off. If you sit higher, it's gonna create less of a drop off because of the mechanism, the axis of rotation here. So for me, I want a big drop off. I'm also quite tall, so I'm gonna sit this nice and low. I'm gonna make sure that the knee pad is snug here so I can come up on my toes and I'm buried. I can move this whole machine now and I can bury myself into that environment. So guys, create as much stability in that environment as you can for as much accuracy on that muscle as possible. Oh yeah. Slightly higher work and volume than I'm used to, and also less exercises. So like we've taken those, I say we, my coach, has taken those extra exercises that potentially I was doing and just added sets on to be more accurate, and I'm loving it at the moment, you know. So single arm, first working set, let's fucking go then, kid. One of those things you have to manage, and I'm not used to. Environment, heat, wow. 2 sets in, dripping, more out of breath than usual, more fatigued than usual. Got to consider what are those missing links that are going to help improve that recovery. Heat, hydration, sweat, electrolytes, and those are the things that we're going to have to start to look at while we're in Dubai, because I've landed yesterday at like midnight, so under nutrition and hydrate at the moment. So for those of y'all who have been following the channel, following my style of training, you already know what's about to come. Finish that vertical press. Now we want to work horizontally. We want to think about that upper back. And then of course, after that, think about that lower lat again. So upper back pull here on the prime row, 3 sets again, 8 to 12 reps, trying to fail within those 8 to 12 reps, which means if you're doing 3 sets of failure between 8 to 12, the weight has to change, because you cannot fail at 10 reps and then do the same weight again for 10 reps. That doesn't compute. You haven't worked hard enough. So the weight will have to drop set on set. Haven't done this for a while, so I'm going to start conservative, see how I feel, and then adjust accordingly. Lost some serious strength on that. I used to have about 5 plates on there. Only got 4 weight there. Just finishing up back here on a single arm row. Big fan of the single arm because you can have a slight torso rotation and you can get that elbow a little bit further back, whereas if you're doing 2 arm, you can't get as far back. So big fan of having a unilateral pull movement within your workout. So on the Nautilus row, it has got 2 handles, but we're just going to use the one. So obviously entering a new category, I got a pose different. So strange for a rear double bicep. And when I do throw those, I am found wanting. The holes in the physique are glaring. And rear dub's the one, guys. You know, not only do I not have the flexibility to quite get there, but when I am there, that outside peak right here for me, especially in this time where I've got some neuro issue, just doesn't peak up, you know. So a big portion of this off season, it's going to be that peak, the outside head. Because if we look from the inside head, not with the huge arms, but I've got a good inside head, yeah? Of course, most people do. But it's that peak on the outside that we're trying to create. So all we're going to do here is have a nice high cable. Now line our arm up, we're going to keep this up nice and high. And we're going to keep the elbow fixed and bring that as high as you can towards the ear, focusing on that peak here, of which doesn't exist right now, but we'll put this side by side in 6 months and see if there's any difference. While I preach that kind of optimal training, and there's a big movement about perfect biomechanics, perfect banding, and I don't want to say overthinking it, but a lot of the hate from the training that we do comes from like, oh, you're overthinking it, just lift the weight. We said earlier about creating stability. Yeah, well, this is a single like cable. Where can I grab? I'm just gonna grab this fucking thing here. You know, this is literally as simple as it can be. You don't need to bring up the bench and have a handle, have the grip on the handle, get your straps on and do it. You don't have to. You can just fucking grab onto something, get here, line up the angle, don't let the angle go. Just fight for it. You know? And this is doing the exact same thing that you would be doing if you had all the benches around. Just use that handle here. No biggie. Moving on to final bicep exercise. Obviously we're doing that first one. That's that big peak, that short range. Now, you're gonna see this. If you were to grab these handles here, there's no tension on that length and range where your biceps fully extended. So what you're gonna do here is step back, allow those handles to pull you back, stretch that length and range, work that full range. Nice one. Appreciate it. So then guys, why are we here? Why am I in Dubai? I've given up my UK residency, which is very intimidating and very intimidating to say. I think where we've grown up, at least my generation, it's a very that nomadic lifestyle is not frowned upon but not necessarily encouraged. You kind of brought up in an environment where you're born where you're born, you stay where you are, you don't really leave the town that you're in. Maybe you do and you go, oh, I used to live somewhere, and it's kind of the English way, the UK way to kind of be born and bred and live and finish your life there. And I think that's never really settled well with me. My dad has lived in Dubai for 10 years. He doesn't live here anymore, but he did. And I've had that ability to see what else is out there. And I know the benefits of coming to places like this, which obviously is a tax haven, along with the weather and the amazing things. However, I've just never had the opportunity to move here. Not only is it, I feel, not really my place to live, for various reasons, which we'll go into maybe over the next few videos, but been in a relationship with the person I want to be with for 5 years. You know, and she's had a job and a career that was long before me, built that amazing career over 10, 15 years. And for me to say, let's go to Dubai, it's telling her to give that up. And that was never feasible in our relationship. It was never probable either. And obviously as business grew and revenue and income goes, that tax bill goes higher and higher. Now, for those people who are going to go, yeah, but if you're earning more tax, you're earning more money. It is for sure, but when you build something from the ground up with what you feel is no help from the government, other than providing me school, like I don't use the NHS, can't remember I don't think I've ever called the police. I don't think I've ever really had to go for an emergency anywhere. And if I have, I've probably paid for it in the last like 5 to 6 years. And pressing that button to send money to what feels like nowhere. And when we talk about tax without sounding like a twat, life-changing amounts that you're just sending into what feels the ether, the matrix. For example, and I'll appreciate this is a revenue-based company, Wanamar. I paid £70,000 in VAT last week. That's ridiculous. Like I could have that in my bank to use if I was not in the UK. And when you do that consistently over years, it's very demoralizing and wondering how you're going to expand this company when you're just paying so much. Now, of course, you can still do it. Of course you can. But when I'm digital, I'm online. I don't need to be in the UK. I don't have offices. I don't have a place to be. I don't really have any need to be in the UK. I'm just choosing to pay 40+% tax, all that VAT, miserable weather, poor NHS, a police system that's overrun and underpaid. It doesn't really add up why I'm here. And now in the last 3 to 4 months, we've had the fortune, just the ability to actually change where our life's gonna go, and partner's gonna quit her job, already has handed her notice, which has just opened the door for us to chase a better life, chase the life that I want to live. Like, I want to be the best physical bodybuilder I can be. And now I can go do it. I am now going to be a tax resident in Dubai. So I'm paying 0% tax on everything, which provides me the ability to go places. The next few months are going to be crazy. I'm going to be here for a month. I've got to get my residency sorted. I'm going to be working hard like I always do. I've got a little holiday, which me and Amy are going to go on for 10 days. We'll then head back to the UK for a couple of weeks. And then I'm going to Canada. I'm going to Pure Muscles and Fitness for an off season for the entire blast. And that's how I'm going to run. When I do my off seasons and my blasts and my pushes, my preps, I'm going to put myself in the best possible environment possible. Too many possibles. That means I'm going to go to Vegas and train at Dragon's Lair. That means I'm going to go to Pure Muscles and train there. That means I'm going to go to Vancouver and West Coast Iron. I'm going to chase these incredible environments to put myself into a better position to be a better bodybuilder. And being a resident here, it just facilitates that. It allows me to be the best that I possibly can be while being able to afford some incredible things, to be able to live an incredible life, to be able to bring Loki around behind the camera, around the world with me. What a crazy thing to say that I can do that. And now that I can do that without the looming horrible bills, I think it's going to open up a world of opportunity for me. Dubai is a hub anyway of bodybuilding. The amount of bodybuilders here from the UK is incredible. So if and when we need to be here, it's fine. Like, it's an incredible place to be. And that's pretty much like the reasoning, guys. If I'm honest, like, it is mostly, I would say like 70% plus like money. And then 30% comes from being in better weather, being in a nicer environment, being somewhere safe where I don't need to worry what I've got on my wrist. A watch, a nice necklace. I can walk around and be safe. I know that Amy can walk around down here at 2 o'clock in the morning and nothing will ever happen. When we do that in London, in anywhere in the UK, it's not safe, you know? And so to be in a safer, nicer environment, better weather, and when it gets too hot, I can leave, and I can be in the hub of the world. I can go to Thailand, I can go to Bali, I can go to Canada, I can go to LA, and be able to afford it because I'm saving the tax. It seems like a no-brainer. So this is the next chapter of my life, guys. I cannot wait to bring you along with it. I'm gonna tell you what these different places are like for expenses, to live, to do everything that you would normally do, and we're gonna bring it to life, guys. I cannot wait to just step into this next. I'm already here. I've already taken that step, and I cannot wait to show you the content over the next few weeks. So guys, that's it. The next step is here. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.